Morning, everybody. So, I was just waiting a few minutes to get a few people on here. I am currently sitting next door to the gym. There's a auto repair place that is right next door, and they have, as you can see, I mean, you can't really see it all, but there's pretty big display of Halloween. There's, I don't know, from what I can see, there's 10, 12 skulls like 10 feet tall. Not skulls, skeletons. The one that's lit up right here has like a flame, I don't know, inside its body, and it's on fire. So anyway, I figured I'd use that as my backdrop for this video. I'm going to try and keep it quick. Let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me all right? Yes, no, maybe so. All right, well, I'll try and talk loud. Anyway, so this video, thank you for the yes. This video is going to discuss why I and my family does not celebrate Halloween. Okay, there's been some talk here recently. Some things have been said, and this is my view on it, and I'm going to do this live to explain and then give a little background on this Halloween issue. So I do have some notes, so if you see me looking down, that's because I'm reading my notes. First thing, I'm going to ask that you share this video for me. Take about 3 seconds and hit that share button. I would appreciate it. I also got to try and do this before it gets dark. But I guess if it gets dark, you can see the flaming skeleton back there a little bit better. But the credit, I want to give credit to Vlad Savchuk, I believe is his name. He is a very, very, very powerful man of God. And a lot of the content that I'm going to be talking about here is directly from him. So thank you, Vlad. I give you the credit for this. So number one, I'll go ahead and get started. Number one, I'm going to talk about the origin of Halloween. In case anybody did not know. I mean, if you learned something, that's great. If you already know it, that's fine. And I'm sure you're going to have your opinions on it. That's okay too. So the origin matters, right? So it matters where did Halloween come from? So I'll start out with Romans 11:16. Romans 11:16 says the root is holy, so are the branches. The root is holy, so are the branches. Meaning, Halloween is not holy. The origin of Halloween is not holy, so the root is not holy, so the branches are not holy. Halloween is a pagan holiday, yes, we know that, and so is Christmas, we know that too. So if that's your argument, Christmas is a pagan holiday, that's not really an argument, because it's apples and oranges here. We're talking about Halloween, we're talking about Christmas. I mean, you can go ahead and say that, that's fine. But it started as a religious festival, started in Celtic traditions. October 31st to November 1st, that is the pagan, that's the origin of Halloween. People who celebrated this back then, when it started, believed that the spirits of the dead would awaken and come and mingle with us here in this world, on this earth. Spirits of the dead. They would come from the spiritual world, and they would be with us. They would come with us. People would dress up in holiday costumes and whatnot, so these evil spirits would not harass them and mingle with them and mess with them, thinking that if I was in a costume, okay, then these spirits, they won't mess with me. or attack them, and they would set up food to keep the evil spirits from causing chaos in the neighborhoods. So kind of, I don't know, like a Santa Claus, here's some cookies. They would leave out food for these spirits that they thought would come and come to this world, and it would make the evil spirits not do evil things, I guess. I mean, by feeding them, causing chaos in the neighborhood, right? And of course, a lot of the practices still exist to this day. You know, we're going to dress up, we're going to get candy for the kids, we're going to go and trick or treat. So that's the origin. That's the origin. The root is holy, so are the branches. So Halloween, number 2, Halloween is more about costumes, candy, or trick or treating. Okay, so it's more than costumes, candy, trick or treating to those that are involved in witchcraft. People who are in Wicca, people are Wiccan religion, whatever, Satanism, witchcraft, they all look at Halloween as their night. It's their night. The founder of the Church of Satan now, the founder, Church of Satan, says, I am glad Christians let their kids worship Satan at least one night of the year. So let that sink in, okay? Wiccans say that their most important holiday is Halloween. It actually begins their year. So their new year is on Halloween night. That's the Wiccan religion. New Year's Day, or All Hallows Eve, for witches and warlocks. So tell me, why would I celebrate something that witches and warlocks consider to be their new year? You know what I mean? It has been heard and it has been said that witches cast spells on candy. Witches will go into grocery stores. They will walk up and down the aisles of these candy, because that's what, all these stores, Walmart, your Kroger's, any store you go to is going to have big displays on Halloween. I mean, honestly, like Halloween, the displays are even bigger than Christmas. Seriously, in some places, aisles and aisles of candies and costumes and wigs and blood and makeup, right? And witches will go to these aisles and they will cast spells on this candy. That's going to go to your kids. That's going to go to your kids. Number 3, it's conforming to the culture. Okay, the culture, the world culture. If we don't celebrate Halloween, the world, we will think we were weird. We're weirdos because we don't celebrate Halloween. I'm a weirdo because I don't celebrate Halloween. Because we don't know how to have fun, right? Halloween is fun. We don't know how to do that. Church is not known for our fun, but known for our love. We are called to change the world, not conform to the world. Daniel did not bow down to the idols of Babylon to fit in. We are called to engage the culture, not imitate it. But if we don't, people will not like us, right? We dress different. We dress different. We do. We talk different. We don't cuss. We have different attitudes. And we honestly do not care what the world has to say about us. And that's the truth, because we don't. We don't. I don't care what anybody says about me because I don't want to celebrate Halloween. You can call me names. You can say whatever you want to say, and I don't care. It does not bother me one bit, because I don't have to impress you. We don't have to impress the world. We have one person that we need to impress, and that's God. Okay? That's the only person that's going to judge us in the end is God. People that don't like the fact that I don't celebrate Halloween, I don't have to. You can judge me all you want. I don't care. It doesn't bother me, nor does it matter to me. The only thing that matters to me is what God thinks about me. And believe me, I don't think God wants me to celebrate Halloween. I'm going to try and speed this up because it is getting dark and I can't see. Number 4, Halloween promotes values contrary to Christianity. Values like darkness, values like death, and values like fear. Now, one of the reasons why I'm parked right here is because this proves my point as I say it. What do we have over here? We have death, we have darkness, and we have fear. Okay? 12 10-foot tall skeletons. One of them's on fire. Anybody that says, oh, Halloween's not evil, okay, what is this behind me? You don't see people decorating their yards with light and life. No, you see darkness, you see death, you see fear. All around the neighborhoods, that's all I see is graveyards and skeletons and spiders. There's a big spider on the roof over here. You know, ghosts and evil. As Christians, we don't celebrate fear, we celebrate faith. We are believers. We belong to the household of faith. We have the word of faith. We have the gift of faith. We have the fruit of faith. We are called to live the light of faith. As Christians, we are people of the light, not of darkness. And that's too bad because it's getting dark. That's kind of ironic, isn't it? That's why I'm trying to hurry. We are called to be the light of the world. Jesus is the light of the world. Jesus defeated the grave and death. We believe in the cross, not a skull. The values of Halloween are the contrary of the values of us Christians. People celebrate Halloween in the night. We are people of the day. 1 Thessalonians 5:22. Abstain from all appearances of evil. Oh, you don't think Halloween is evil? Again, look over here. Yes, the Bible does not say do not celebrate Halloween, but abstain from all appearance of evil is pretty self-explanatory. Just today even, I seen a post that was shared by a sister, and it was a post of a news article. Does that help any? It was a post of a news article that said this woman made a display, Halloween display, right? And it was a photo that looked like a murder scene. From what I remember, there was 2 bodies. There was blood everywhere. There was a body hanging off the roof. There was a body on the sidewalk. There was blood all over the place. And the cops had to be called because some people thought it was a real, true crime scene. Okay? Somebody please tell me how that's not evil. How is that not evil to have a crime scene on display at your house? Blood, guts, and bodies just hanging off the roof. Little kids go by and see that. Tell me Halloween is not based off of fear and evil. Trunk or Treat several years ago. And I'll get to that in a minute. My youngest boy, Jackson, he was, I don't know how old, I can't remember. He was little. He was a little guy. Trunk or treat, I think it was raining or something. It was too cold outside. And in comes this person in a costume. I don't know if it was Freddy or Jason or one of them silly people, but it scared Jackson to death. He was scared to death. He was crying. He was screaming. He was trying to run in the corner and hide. Tell me again how that is not evil. Okay, and again, I'll get to that in a minute. Number 5, having fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness. Ephesians 5, verse 8 through 11. For ye were sometimes darkness, but now ye are light in the Lord. Walk as children of light. For the fruit of the Spirit is in all goodness and righteousness and truth, proving what is acceptable unto the Lord, and have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. Okay, again, Ephesians 5, verse 8 through 11. We are not in darkness anymore. We should walk as children of the light, dressing up as strippers, ghosts, demons, evil clowns, serial killers, murderers, Satan himself. People dress up as Satan and demons. Again, how is Halloween not evil? Anyway, doing that is not walking in the light. It is the complete opposite. It is unfruitful. We do not get involved with the unfruitful works of darkness. Number 5, activities that people engage in are not of the Lord. Halloween parties, drinking, partying, Day of the Dead, I don't know where it is, like Louisiana or Mardi Gras or something like that, where Day of the Dead, and people dress up and wear costumes and Day of the Dead. That explains it right there, right? 1 John 2, verse 15 through 17, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof. But he that doeth the will of God abideth forever. Oh man, it's getting real dark. Number 6, which is pretty important actually, crime rate. Crime rate is higher on Halloween night. Did you know that? 175 million people trick-or-treat. 50% increase in crime on that night. Vehicle accidents at an all-time high. Drunk drivers. I've done it. I went trick-or-treating before, and I drove while people are trick-or-treating on the way to work, and it is a nightmare. There's kids everywhere. There's kids in dark clothes, costumes, and it's very easy, very, very, very easy. You could hit one of these children. Very easy. Now, the drunk drivers, there's Halloween parties. People dressing up, hoeing out, having a good time, getting drunk, driving home. They can run over a kid just like that, and guess what they do? Again, that's why I choose not to participate in Halloween. Break-ins at an all-time high. You take your family, you're going trick-or-treating through the neighborhood. Guess what? You have an empty house, right? So guess what? Bad, evil people on the evil night can go into your house and they can rob you blind, and you wouldn't even know until you got back home with your bags full of candy. So anyway, in conclusion, this is why me and my family do not celebrate Halloween. Now, I'll go back to the trunk or treat, and that segues into a point that I'm going to make. And it has been brought up because this has been brought up a few times the past few days and the past week. One of the comments made was, and this is from family, by the way. Because it was talking about Halloween costumes and whatnot to my wife, right? And what this individual said was asking about costumes, and my wife said, we don't celebrate Halloween. And she said, it's not God's day, it's Satan's day. And this certain person came back, and he said, oh, bull, you know what I'm saying? You have always celebrated it before. Quit using religion for an excuse. Okay. So that hit me pretty hard when that was said. And I have memories on my phone. Everybody knows that. We have Facebook memories that you can see in the past, things that were posted and whatnot. And I have done Halloween. I have done Halloween in the past. Yes, absolutely. I've carved pumpkins. We used to carve pumpkins, us and the kids. We go get pumpkins every year. I even made a pumpkin patch in my old yard at the old house. And I went out and hid the pumpkins so that kids could go find them. Then we'd come back and we'd carve them. We'd have a fire. We made a night out of it. And I used to do the trunk or treat night. We used to trick or treat. We used to do costumes. And guess what? The key word being we used to. See, what happens when you're a child of God is you grow. You learn. Look at that. Still on fire back there. Yeah, that's not evil. You grow, you learn, and you you stop doing certain things, okay? And that's okay. You get born again. You're a new person. The past doesn't matter anymore. So yeah, we used to do it, but guess what? We don't anymore, and that's okay. You can disagree with that. Absolutely. If you want to do it, go ahead and do it. You disagree that we don't do it? Okay, that's fine too, but you ain't got to say stuff like that. You don't say we're using religion as an excuse, and you definitely don't call me or my wife or my family names. That's something that I'm not going to get into, because I was called, something was said about me just because I don't celebrate Halloween. And again, that's the world, that's the enemy coming against me, and that's fine. I don't care. But in conclusion, again, like I said, it's okay for us to disagree. You can have your beliefs, and that's fine. I don't hate you for it. You want to go do Halloween, I don't hate you. And I'm not going to say anything bad about you either. I won't unfriend you. I won't call you names. And yeah, that's about it. So to clear up the confusion and to teach some people on a little bit of history of Halloween, and to see the 10-foot tall flaming skeleton behind me. And people literally, ever since I've been sitting here, have been coming to look at this display. You know, they've been coming to look at this display. And you can disagree with me, you can argue with me, or you can have a discussion or a debate, and I will have the debate. That's fine, and I will keep it civil, 100%. But Halloween is evil, people. It's evil, and you're not going to change my mind on that. And I will not participate in it from now on. And that's the way it's going to be. Hate me for it, I don't care. Does that make me a bad person? That's the real question right there. Am I a bad person? Specifically, if these people that have said bad things about me are watching or will watch, am I a bad person because I will not participate in Halloween? That's my question to you. You give me a good answer to that, and I will listen to it. So it is pitch dark, and I am starving. So I am going to go eat, and I'm going to get out of here because I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like being here. I don't. So thank you for listening again. Please share this video, and hope everybody has a great weekend. We are heading out of town for a little mini vacation and we're looking forward to it. So thank you for watching, and everybody take care.